America didn't just fight this war, it made money from it. Not millions, not billions, trillions. But here's the part no one ever tells you. The people who paid the highest price weren't the ones who profited. At first, it didn't look like a business at all. It looked like fear. After the shock of 9/11, with smoke still hanging over New York, the country demanded answers. Who did this? And how do we stop it from ever happening again? That fear, that raw emotion, opened the door to the longest and most expensive war in US history. You remember the maps on television. Afghanistan, then Iraq. Red arrows, flashing targets, and words like liberation and security. But behind those maps, something else was moving very quietly. Money. In Afghanistan, the initial mission was clear: destroy Al-Qaeda. But within months, contracts started flowing. Private companies were hired to do everything: build bases, guard convoys, supply food, fuel, weapons, even do the laundry. This war didn't just deploy soldiers, it deployed corporations. Then came Iraq. The official reason was weapons of mass destruction. Weapons that, as we all know, were never found. But what was found was oil and contracts. Reconstruction deals worth hundreds of billions of dollars. American companies were paid to rebuild roads they later bombed again. Private security firms guarded diplomats at rates far higher than generals earned. Contractors operated in war zones with almost no oversight. Here's the twist most people miss. For the first time, war became outsourced. By 2007, there were more private contractors in Iraq than US soldiers. Many weren't even American, but they were all paid with American tax dollars. This wasn't just a war, it was an industry. Every explosion meant more rebuilding. Every delay meant another contract extension. Every single year the war continued. Profits grew. Defense stocks soared. Weapons manufacturers posted record earnings. Logistics companies expanded globally. But the battlefield told a very different story. American soldiers returned home broken. Some missing limbs, some missing sleep, some missing a sense of purpose. Suicide rates among veterans quietly climbed. The medical bills followed them for decades. Promises of care were slow, incomplete, or simply forgotten. Meanwhile, the war kept paying dividends. Afghanistan alone cost over $2 trillion. $2 trillion. That's enough money to rebuild every major American city. And yet, when the US left, Afghanistan collapsed in a matter of weeks. 20 years, thousands of lives, trillions spent, and it vanished almost overnight. Then there's Iraq. Millions were displaced. A power vacuum was created. New conflicts were born directly from the old one. If this war was really about stability, why did it leave so much chaos behind? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Wars don't have to be won to be profitable. They just have to continue. The longer the conflict, the more money moves. Not to soldiers, not to civilians, but to boardrooms. And the American public paid for all of it, through taxes, through debt, through generations who will still be paying interest on wars they never voted for. This was never declared as America's most profitable war, because saying that out loud changes everything. It stops being a story of defense, and it starts sounding like a transaction. So here's the real question. If a war makes billions for a few, but costs lives, trust, and futures for millions, who actually won? And more importantly, if profit depends on conflict, can peace ever be affordable? If this made you think differently about war, like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, was this war really about security, or was it about money? Thanks for watching.